Right, here we have a 1967 4-tube EMI 2001. It started life in TVC London in Studio 3, and then in 1985 it and the other cameras from that studio were moved to Elstree for the start of EastEnders, and they filmed EastEnders until mid-1991 when they were finally retired. So this one's had a long and interesting life. And then also we have another one, an EMI 2001/1. These are a touch later, from maybe 69, not sure. And I've just got a camera head, so what I'm going to do at the end of the video is connect the cable to that one and see what that does. So that should be interesting. This is the most colourful magazine I could find. When I first got this going, the garden was really just green and nothing else, so I wanted something colourful to film. Right, and there it is on its viewfinder. Right, and there it is back on the test card again. So and then the orange light at the top is just because I've got it in manual zoom. If you use the presets, that goes out, and then there's a meter at the top showing zoom position, and interestingly that meter and most things in the viewfinder are dated 1967, so this is quite an early one. And that's one side of it. What's inside it, those grey boxes are the lens servos, iris, zoom and focus. And then the more important thing, it's a 4-tube camera, so the tubes are in an X configuration, so you've got a blue tube down there with its blue coding, and up above it the back of a green tube. The disc there is the where the filter wheels live for outdoor filters and ND filters. And I can't point to it because I'm having to hold the cover up with my other hand, so because if I put the cover right up I hit the ceiling. So and most of this I've had a partner had to repair, so this has been another wonderful repair. So with just about everything needing attention, in fact all the yokes in it, which are those, are actually replacements because the original ones are all failed on the height winding, which was OC. So they actually come out in EMI 2001/1. So that's been fun. So I've had to have all of this completely apart to replace them on both sides. Right, and then in the back you've got 2 line scan panels, both with 2 outputs on them for the 4 tubes, and other ones to tweak the convergence and pulse boards and audio boards and any all important beam board. So They are the preset zoom buttons, which when I point it outside I can use it. They're not much good in here, so anyway, the other side, you've got the 4 boards. There's 2 behind those 2 to do the amplification of the red, green, blue and luminance, and then again, more importantly, in the X configuration, the red tube, and the 4th tube, the luminance tube. So, and then the connecting cable has got 101 cores in it, so G101 it's called. And then these are the 4 deflection coils that I had to replace because they failed, and out of them, when I got it, the red and the blue had failed already. The luminance one failed while I was setting it up, and actually the only one that is still any good is the green one, but the more modern ones give a slightly larger image, so I had to swap the green, otherwise I'd got a small green image. And the basic principle is, if I can get hold of it, that's a duff pickup tube I've got that lives inside, and that's the sensitive end that sees the picture, and then there's coils inside that that make the electron beam scan horizontally and vertically and focus it and align it. And then the front of it, the tube sticks through, so the light from the lens and the optical block can go into the tube. And these are heavy things. So that one's got a spare preamplifier on it, and one come with its wire cut off, so I had to cut one of mine off and then join it. And actually it's different wires on the newer coils, so that was a bit of a thing to try and reconnect. Right, so that's the monitor, black and white. That's monitoring the luminance, so you can look at all of the output of the 4 tubes. And then that's the camera control unit where you set up everything, and of course the power supply. As usual, everything's needed a huge amount of work, but if I can find the selector switch, that one, then you can look at the luminance. I think the blue, the red and the green, which none of them look as sharp because they're deliberately low frequency, so they just contain the colour and no detail. So you go back to the luminance, so that's it. So I do some outside shots. Then the zoom preset buttons just do or how you've set them. So trouble with today, the sun keeps going in and out, so I have to keep adjusting it. Yeah, so this is the EMI 2001/1 that I've only got a camera head for at the moment, and I've done all the bits I know that fail, so that is just a picture from it with absolutely nothing done except the iris adjusted. So all 4 channels are there, so it's doing its thing. And if I just go through here, there it is running, doing its thing. Our meter ticks like a mad thing. I've got to take the hour meter apart and lubricate that. The viewfinder works. So yeah, so once I get a CCU and power supply for that and the other bits, that might be another video that I'll put on at some time. Just depends how it works.